When it comes to money, some people get funny. And the reason why is because they have weak financial advisors. Now, I say this because a lot of times people think they're getting $1,000,000 advice from people who have less than $1,000 in their bank account. So when you get money advice, make sure you study the best. Make sure you study the expert. And don't just believe what people say, even if it's your mother or your neighbor or your friend or your family member. Study the experts and really learn that there are only 5 things that you can do with your money. The first step is to earn more money. Most people think they have to work for money, and that's why money never works for them. They think that if they go to their 9-to-5 job and work 10, 12 hours a day and force overtime, they're gonna get more money. But what that ends up doing is sapping them from their time, which doesn't allow them to be creative and execute other plans that can help them to earn a fortune. What I'm saying basically is you have to take a step back and strategize and ask yourself, how can I become a person of value so I can increase my impact, which in turn will increase my income? Start to earn more by serving more and asking yourself how you can become more valuable to the marketplace you serve. The second thing you can do with your money is spend it. Your spending habits determine who you are and what you're about, and also where you're going. Do you know that everything that you do is a result of someone else persuading you to do it? The shirt that you're wearing, the car that you're driving, the places that you're going, you've been convinced that these are the places that will help you to become the person you would most likely want to be. To control your spending habits, you've got to become more conscious of your choices. Ask yourself when you go shopping, why am I buying this outfit? Am I buying it to impress my friends, my family, my coworkers? Why am I really doing the thing that I'm doing? If you're more conscious of your choices, your expenditures will actually be much different. Keep track of your expenses and know where your money is going at all times. If you do, you'll be able to spend less as you earn more, which will allow you to save. Speaking of savings, you have to be able to save money correctly. And this is the next tip. You have to be systematic in the way that you save your money. Assign a percentage or a dollar amount that you want to keep every week or every month and see to it that you discipline yourself to do it. I used to use this amazing technique called the money wall technique. And what I would do is out of every $500 that I earned, I would go to the bank and get a $100 bill and thumbtack it to my wall. Eventually, my wall got so full that I had to get my own safe. Now I have all different methods, but this was the system that I used to compile my first fortune. Eventually, I took that money and I started to invest it on things that gave me higher results. Investing is the first tip. So let me get into it by saying that if you had $1,000, what would you do with it? What would you do if you had $10,000, $100,000? In order to invest your money wisely, you have to know where it's going to go. Do you want to invest in your business? Do you want to invest in someone else's business? Do you want to invest it in yourself? You have to think about how you want to invest your money. You know, if I had $1,000, I would invest it in myself. I would take myself out to a nice dinner, buy some books, take myself out to a conference, hire a coach, because that's telling me that all I have is $1,000. I need to get more. I need to become a bigger person so I can make it 10,000. When you have 10,000, it's easier to invest that amount because then you'll get 100,000 and then 1,000,000. So take that money you have to get the things that you want, but first pour it into yourself, because I believe that the only way to wealth is to really take every dollar that you have and pour it into yourself until you have enough to pour it into your own business. The fifth thing you could do with your money is to give it all away. Now, the universe will reward you graciously if you're generous with your money, but you have to give it in the right way, at the right time, to the right people. A lot of times people give out of guilt, or they give out of shame, or they give systematically to a cause that they don't believe in. But you really have to be discerning. You really have to be wise on how you distribute your funds. You see, a lot of people don't get rich because they don't learn how to give to the right sources. So check your intentions and ask yourself, why am I giving to the person I'm giving to? Or how can I give more to the right people? And I promise you that if you give generously in your time of need, the universe will reward you for your former actions. Now here's a bonus for you: paying off debt. Now the reason why I didn't cover it formally was because not everyone has debt. But if you do, make sure that you don't compile your debt unless you're using it to invest in your business or yourself. Now, a lot of times people use debt to buy luxuries. They buy it to consume more, when the fact is that if you're using debt, you should use it to produce more. If you're paying off your debt, make sure you pay the minimum if possible and use the rest to fund your dreams so you can have more money in the end and never have to deal with debt ever again. Learning about money is a lifelong journey, and you have to study and put time in and really understand every facet. The best thing I would suggest is to hire a good financial coach, someone that can teach you a lot about money so you can be able to use your mind and think about what you need to do to enhance your financial being. If you want to learn more about money, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and make sure that you stay tuned, because I have a lot of topics coming and I want to be sure that you learn everything you can for the rest of your life about the topic of money.